So thank you for the introduction. I'm the director of research of MIS, and I will show you in few slides just the current research plan of studies ongoing and starting to being performed. As we saw in the previous lectures, we know that the B+ properties are that the surface is hydrophilic. We have an elimination of the microgap. The biomechanical fixation is bigger and greater. And the surface is stable and giving us better stability. Out of these properties, we were thinking, okay, but what will be the benefits to you clinicians? Because, as also Marco said, for most of the cases, most of the implants and most surface treatments are good. But out of the experiments and studies that have been running during the development of this surface treatment, 2 points came out. We say that it seems that this surface treatment will be of benefit to compromised cases, just as Marco said, for smokers or diabetic patients where poor blood supply is not sufficient for the osseointegration process. And also, it seems that for the long run, for the long term, more predictable results will be achieved. But in order to test it, we need to run some research and studies to show, and under these studies, we will evaluate the biological response of the body to the surface treatment. We will look for biological complications such as periimplantitis, mucositis, etc., and the lack of osseointegration. And we will look for long-term clinical results, because at the end, this is what we want. We want it to last long for many, many years. So the first study, I will show 6 studies, just a brief review of the experimental design and the current status of them. The first 3 studies are non-clinical studies or preclinical. I don't like the term preclinical because it runs in parallel to clinical studies, so the correct term is non-clinical studies. Is now starting in collaboration with the Medical University of Vienna. And this is an in vitro cell culture model, checking how the B+ surface treatment influenced the behavior and differentiation of osteoblasts compared with 2 other surfaces with different characteristics. Basically, as I said, it's an in vitro cell culture model with using osteoblasts and evaluating the response to the titanium surfaces. They check using time-lapse microscopy the behavior of the cells when they get in contact with the surface. They check the cell proliferation and cell differentiation using quantitative PCRs, ELISA, and also alkaline phosphatase activity to show that there's some benefits to the treatment, the surface treatment of B+. Another 2 studies, non-clinical studies in animal models, are being run in collaboration with our dear collaborator, Professor Mariano Sanz in Madrid. There we are checking 2 things. The first study shown here is investigating whether the B+ implants demonstrate improved histological outcomes in terms of improved osseointegration and maintenance of adequate soft tissue dimensions. Very similar to the model that Mariano and Ignacio showed yesterday with the V3 model, with the V3 implant. Again, we implanted implants with B+ surface treatment and the regular MIS surface treatment in dogs, two sides of the jaw, and we harvest them together. And we check the histological analysis. We also check the removal torque of these implants, and of course, the clinical evaluation of the tissues. I can say that this study is actually will be terminated in 2 days. So I don't have any preliminary results to show it to you now, but I'm sure that in the next meetings, this study will be presented with results. The second study, very similar to the first one, also with the group of Mariano Sanz, is going to check if the surface treatment, because of the true osseointegration that we've been convinced by the preliminary studies done by Bjorn and Marco, we think that this true osseointegration will allow us for longer, predictable results and prevent biological complications such as periimplantitis. So for that reason, we are running a study again in canine mandible model. And there we induce periimplantitis in an experimental model of periimplantitis, and we will follow up the two kinds of surface treatments to check out the outcomes in terms of clinical and radiographical evaluation and histological analysis. This study is ongoing. Of course, it runs in a longer time frame due to the experimental design of the periimplantitis. So by the end of next year, we will have the final results. Clinical studies, in very short. In collaboration with Professor Federico Hernandez Alfaro here in Barcelona, we started already a kind of a survival and success rate study. We follow all the implants that are placed in the International University of Catalonia, in the program of the International Master Oral Surgery. We're talking about 500 implants per year. We will implant them over 3 years. And we are comparing the V3, the C1, the V3 B+, and the C1 B+. We will gather all the data together to come up with the survival rate, the failure rates, the success, and we will follow up the biological complications and also technical complications. This study is already running, but as we said, this is for the long run, so we expect to have the final results of all 1,500 implants by 2022. A very nice study. We said, okay, the Truant osseointegration is a faster process. So it seems that due to the faster process of osseointegration, we will be able to load the implants earlier. So in collaboration with Professor Galindo Moreno in Granada, we will place implants for patients with one missing tooth. And the conventional loading will be after 8 weeks, and the early loading will be compared at 4 weeks. And we will look for, after 12 months of follow-up, on the clinical and radiographical evaluations, marginal bone level changes, inflammatory markers, and microbiological profile around the implants. Last but not least, currently, Again, we said, and we saw in Marco's presentation, it seems that there's a benefit to compromise cases, such as smokers and diabetic. So we focus on here on the smokers, and we compare also placement of implants in the maxilla and in the mandibula. So we compare B+ versus regular surface, smokers versus non-smokers, and the position of the implants. For that purpose, we designed specially mini implants, diameter of 2.5, length of 6 millimeters. They will be placed in the posterior region of the mandible of the maxilla. And after 2 months, we will retrieve the implants with a trephine bore of 4 millimeters, and we'll do histological analysis together with the clinical observations, and we will be able to compare the two types of treatments in many types of conditions. We saw that in order to, by checking the biological response, biological complications, and the long-term clinical results, we will be able to show that B+ is really of benefit to compromised cases, and predictable, long-lasting results will be achieved. It's important to say that currently the B+ will not be available to the market. We will introduce it during next year in March 2017. By then, we will have more solid data with our implants. And anyway, another thing important to say that the B+ doesn't replace the MIS surface treatments. It's an additional line of implants that we see it as a line of implants with many benefits. I wish to thank you for listening.